On today's episode of the Cryptoverse. 3 days ago, I released a video entitled BTC Shorts Increase 50% as $100 million of Tether moves to Bitfinex. In that video, I gave you a heads up that someone was betting big that the Bitcoin price in US dollars was about to go down. And then what happened? The Bitcoin price fell by about 15%, which was about $1,000 from $7,400 to $6,400. Now, if you missed that episode, or if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, I'll put a link to that in the description, which jumps forward to 7 minutes and 43 seconds, which is where I started talking about the news and then what it could mean going forward. Now, 9 minutes and 57 seconds into that video, I say I thought that placing a $70 million short sell on Bitcoin right now was unwise. Turns out that trade was wise. Turns out it was very profitable since Bitcoin fell so hard, it will have made the short sellers some decent profits. Again, back to the charts for a second here. We see the price falling over the 24-hour and 48-hour periods. But if we look at Bitcoin shorts, if we zoom in here, this great big green candle from the 2nd of September was the one we spoke about in the previous video. But Bitcoin shorts have continued to rise. In fact, Bitcoin shorts right now are nearing their 2008 highs. We're right up here, and there's only 2 peaks this year where Bitcoin shorts were higher. Those dates were the 22nd of August 2018 and then the 12th of April 2018. They're the only 2 times this year where Bitcoin shorts have been higher. So that could be opportunism, but it could also be general market pessimism. Now, while reading conversations online about this whole Bitcoin price drop situation, I've seen many people suggesting that this short seller may have been operating on inside information. Because what happened within days of me publishing that video with that information in it? Goldman Sachs goes public with their decision to drop plans to launch a cryptocurrency trading desk, at least for the time being. So it was October of 2017 when we first heard that Goldman Sachs were planning to launch a cryptocurrency trading desk. Now, the general consensus of opinion is that this news about Goldman Sachs dropping their plans, the general consensus is that this is the main cause of the Bitcoin price drop. And that has led to speculation that this short seller we spoke about knew that this was coming, and they were getting into position betting that the Goldman Sachs news would cause the price to fall and then for them to make serious profits. Now, I don't want to sound like a traitor, but it's this kind of situation that the lawmakers would use to justify regulating cryptocurrency markets. As long as crypto markets remain unregulated, insider trading and a whole manner of different market manipulations are allowed to flourish. So we have to decide individually which way we want it. Do we want to leave it as a free and unregulated market, which gives us the freedoms, but also allows the bad actors the same freedoms? Or do we want protection from regulation, which restricts our freedoms, but also limits the damage from the bad actors? My personal opinion is that we go with the free market option, since manipulation is constant in traditional financial markets despite extensive regulation. This Goldman Sachs news, it's been reported extensively by crypto media news outlets. I mean, once I'd seen 8 different media outlets reporting the same story, I stopped counting. I'll put links to all of those articles that I found in the sources if you wish to go through them yourself. This is actually a key driver of the price, right? The extent to which a piece of news is reported closely impacts the price and the significance of the movement. I mean, think about it. If only one small news media outlet broke this news, then only a small group of people would become aware of it and then would be able to act on it. It would then take a certain amount of time for the news to spread by word of mouth, if at all, right? That might just die off to the point where people stop talking about it. And everyone who was going to act on it does act on it. So the broader the awareness of the news, the larger the group of people who take action on it, and the bigger the impact on the market. So this is another example of what I mentioned in the previous video about buying into false perceptions of reality, and then making investment decisions on that basis. Not a good idea. Now, I'm not saying that this Goldman Sachs story is fake news. What I am saying, though, is that this news is not based on an official announcement or a press release from Goldman Sachs themselves. It's almost entirely based on a single article from Business Insider, who claim that they got the information from people familiar with the matter, which I always say is weak. So I've got the source from Business Insider. I'll put that link in the sources if you care to check it out yourself. Again, but we don't have anyone from Goldman Sachs on the record. Yet the fact that the price has reacted to the news so significantly means a whole bunch of people are taking this as true and interpreting it as bad news. So this kind of thing it's annoying to me because I plan to work on a much more valuable video today. It was about some significant developments in the fundamentals of both Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. But instead, I've had to push that back to make this video in order to bring some clarity to the situation, which is much more time sensitive. So I hope it's been worthwhile for me to allow myself to get distracted from that video that I had planned to bring you this more urgent analysis. If your anxiety level has been reduced in any way as a result, then please do let me know. And that's all I've got for you today. So if you like this episode, go ahead and hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Please leave me a comment below with some feedback and get subscribed. And if you would like access to my very best material, such as my structured online courses that will teach you things like how to make and save money with Bitcoin, how blockchain technology works under the hood, or how to make money trading cryptocurrencies, check out my website, cryptoversity.com. Click on courses and you can take any one of these online courses that I've created for your educational delight. If you want to follow me on the social networks, go to the podcast page on the website and all the social networks are listed on there. Other than that, I'll be back with the next episode of the Cryptoverse. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.